introduction.
Hey guys, come on
us.
in. Unbuckle your pants.
No,
Sit down.
no.
I'm sorry.
You're
Do
gonna
not
get-
unbuckle
you're
your
gonna get-
pants.
You're
Take
gonna
off
get
your
us canceled.
shirts.
Welcome back to the show. We're interviewing Eyes of the Oak. It's a really cool band. I really enjoy their music.
Yeah, I think
we say that about everybody. Like we
probably do.
We have
just like
such a
music lot.
wide music taste that we could interview anybody. Like
Right.
I could talk to. No, I couldn't. I couldn't talk to Lenny Kravitz because I wouldn't be able to speak like a human. But I could talk to a country artist, a metal artist, and an R&B artist, and be just as excited. So.
Well, today the special treat is if you like metal.
Oh yeah, from metal.
Not necessarily speed metal, but
No.
you like thick, fat
Funky
metal. You're gonna like this one.
Eyes of the Oak is a great band. You're gonna enjoy this episode. Percy's gonna hate editing this episode, and here's this episode.
We're offering it to you right now. Please partake. This artist delivers a doom stoner punch from Sweden, mixing bluesy metals riff with psychedelic edge, infused with the old school horror mythology. Please welcome Eyes of the Oak.
Yes.
Thank you very much. That's a good introduction.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It's a very good introduction.
I had more in there, but I was like, they don't want to listen to me talk for 5 minutes about them because they already know about themselves. So
why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about how Eyes of the Oak got together and a little bit about what you have going on this September.
Yeah, I mean, how we started out is we're all old buddies and have played in different bands and constellations since the late 90s, I think. Eyes of the Oak started when we went out for a couple of beers. We hadn't seen each other for a long while, and after a few hours, the idea popped up to start a new band, and we all had done like solo stuff and recorded at home and for the last few years, but we really felt like starting up a band, rehearsing, getting a rehearsal space, playing live, and all that stuff that you don't really get from staying at home playing in front of your computer. So that's probably one of the main things that got us to start Eyes of the Oak. And that was about, 4 years ago? So it's been a fast ride. We recorded 2 albums, an EP and a standalone single. And right now in September, we're releasing Split album together with a band called Psychedelic Witch Cult, younger band. And it's one side of the vinyl is 4 songs by Eyes of the Oak, and the other side is 4 songs from Psychedelic Witch Cult.
How did you get Psychedelic Witch Cult to go in on this project with you? Or did they come to you?
I think they were pretty hot on, eager to release a vinyl record. We kind of lured them in that way.
You were like, oh, I have vinyl. Come see the pretty vinyl.
Mm-hmm. Something like that. We've gigged together many times. They're really great dudes, and we really like what they do. And the thing, just anything you can do to support a younger band is something that we want to do. So yeah, and we're up for doing a split vinyl, and yeah, that's what's coming this September. Let's see, it's September 26th.
So a month from now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we have one gig at our capital in Stockholm on Saturday this week, and we're having a release party at Psychedelic Witch Cult's hometown, which is my hometown as well, September 27th. So it's a couple of gigs here now, and we have booked a couple of gigs in our grand country in Norway, in Oslo and Tromsø. Tromsø is one of the most northern countries in the world. It's really high above the Arctic Circle, so it's really up north.
Very cold.
Yeah, it's going to be a real killer to go there and play our music for.
It's a place called Bastard Bar in Tromsø.
It sounded suited us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's called what?
Bastard Bar.
Nice. If you did that here, someone would get offended.
I hope not.
I love it. So who all is in the band and what do they play?
Who else is in the band
Mhm.
besides us?
Well, what do you guys play? And then who else is in the band? And what do they play?
My name is Holger. I play guitar and some singing, but mainly play guitar.
Yeah, and my name is Martin. I play the bass. I do some backing vocals.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have Andreas, who's our lead singer, and he also plays guitar. And we have Holger's brother, Hugo, who's playing the drums.
Nice.
So it's a family thing.
Yeah, it's a family thing.
Nice.
All right, Brent, go ahead. I know you're dying. Go.
I have too many questions to ask. My first question, I'm just going to go fast and y'all just answer what you want to answer. What is the scene like up there? Because there are patches where we can find the heavy music. It's not like everywhere. Like I live in San Antonio, Texas, so we listen to metal here. But you go up the road to Austin, Texas, and it's more blues and more pop kind of thing. So what's y'all scene like? Are y'all like the rock stars of y'all scene, or is it hard to get gigs? Or tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, Stockholm is our closest, like, biggest city, and it's pretty diverse. There are some heavy metal clubs. There are some stoner doom venues that are really good, and you can get something of everything in Stockholm. I live an hour south of Stockholm, really small place, and we actually get quite good artists coming here playing in like a super small village an hour south of Stockholm. I don't know if it's bands playing in Stockholm and they have a day off, so it's like 5 times a year you can get a really good show here in Gnesta, where I live, which is really lucky for me, because it's like you can go anywhere in the place I live. For if you take a bicycle and spend 10 minutes on it, you have like gone through the whole town. So it's a really small place. But I mean, Stockholm is very available, and there's something happening there almost every night.
Yeah, and I think all the Sweden is kind of into harder music. It doesn't really matter where you live. It's a very long, outstretched country, but it doesn't really matter where you live, because it is a scene for heavy music at the whole country, I think.
Yeah, at least 1 or 2 bands in every town.
Yeah, I think we've interviewed a couple other bands from Sweden. I just can't remember their names right off the top of my head.
It's a lot of good bands here, and I think it's a good inspiration to go out and meet people like ourselves, middle-aged old dudes that are collecting records and shooting the shit together. Everybody's really nice and support each other. I think it's a good thing we're having in our country. Everybody is kind of small and supporting each other. That's good.
Yeah, and for myself, I come from a death metal, black metal background. Grew up on that scene, and that type of music has really, from when I started listening to it and playing it, it was really a subculture and very small, and it has really, for the past, I don't know, 30 years or something, it's become huge, and it's still alive and kicking. The death metal and black metal scene is still very vibrant in Sweden, and it's become a part of our heritage or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hear 2 things about Sweden: that it's beautiful, that the countryside is just breathtaking, and that's where really good metal bands come from. Those are the 2 things that I hear.
That's about it.
I mean, that sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, you about wrapped it up. All the
good things.
Stuff. Yeah.
And you probably have healthcare, so you're winning.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Okay.
It's okay, at least. Yeah.
So let's jump into one of these songs. Let's talk about Temple of Hallucinations. I had like an 80s harder rocker guitar vibe, really sweet guitar. Tell us about this track.
It's a song that I actually wrote, and like many other songs I write for this band, it's like playing around with some new gear. I make guitar pedals, so like fuzz pedals and stuff like that. So usually it's me finishing up a new fuzz pedal, trying it out, and I gotta get a bit of a high from that, and just a bunch of riffs evolve from that. So I think it's one of those songs that actually came from finishing up a fast phase or something like that, and just trying it out, and just the inspiration comes from that when it comes to the music. And for the lyrical part is more of a playing around with the hallucination, dream-like state, and trying to put words to that, what can happen to your inside your brain. That's something that is, it's not real and not, but it's memory that is real enough, like any memory, trying to put words to that. And like for inspiration, I don't know, I would say that just the thing, getting a guitar pedal working.
You're speaking Brent's language. I'm watching him. Guitar pedal. Guitar pedals?
Yeah, it's a real rabbit hole, I promise you. But it's a good one. So, yeah, and when we make music, we usually do some pre-recording at home. You like save up a couple of riffs or like a whole song, and you present it to the rest of the band, and a couple of the other dudes liked it. So we started rehearsing it. That's pretty much it. Andreas, who does the vocals, also collaborated. We did like kicking back and forth some vocal lines and ideas how the structure for the lyrics should be. But yeah, that's about it.
Brent, what do you have to say about this track? I knew it.
So the intro was just a cool punch in the face. I love it when songs just come out and they just like smack you in the face. There's a little harmonics like shortly after on the guitar after you come in. I really like that because I like harmonics. I couldn't make it all out, but there's a cathedral backing vocals, which adds a nice build to the song. I really like that. Your vocalist has a nice high register, and he controls his vibrato really well, so he doesn't have a bunch of shake, and makes a nice, strong, clear, solid voice. Good register. One of the things I really liked, which is good we have the bass player on, is there's an interesting dissonant part on the breakdown.
Yeah.
And so you wrote the song, but do you let him write his bass parts, or did you just say, fuck you, stand back, I'm about to melt your face off, dude? How did you come out with the dissonant part? Because I wasn't expecting it, but it was really cool because it's like you brought another level to the song by adding that little dissonant part. So talk a little bit about how y'all came up with that.
Well, I mean, that's a part that definitely came up in the rehearsal space when we started playing it all together. And Martin played the bass, and we tried a bunch of different things. And this is the one we thought sounded most interested and had like some, like that middle part of the song needs something needs to happen on there. And I think that dissonant bass tone making you wake up from the hallucinations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twist around.
Usually it's a different from time to time when we're writing songs. I would say that when Holger is writing a song, it's more open to fill in what you really. It's not written in stone that it should sound like this, and you're more open, free-minded to do whatever you want in the songs. When Andreas, who wrote some of the old songs from our records, but he's more. You should play the bass like this. It's more set. When I try to be more freely with my bass, you should stick with that. I really like the bass. The bass line should sound like this. Okay. So it's different between the songs. Who's writing it and how much free space you have. But I really enjoy it. The dissonant bass line here is I think it's good to match the song perfect.
What were you playing through? Like, do you have a bunch of different pedals? Like, are you a pedal guy, or do you just go straight into the amp?
Not compared to Holger Andreas. I'm not into pedals like them, but I have a couple of. I think it is just I use what's it? Is it called?
Is it a big muff you have on?
Yeah, it's a big muff, and what do you?
I don't know if you use a phaser on that.
Yeah, it's the phaser. It's a electro-harmonic phaser.
Yeah, that was good. That's like one of the better parts of the song, just because it's hitting so hard, and then you just come out of that into that little section, and it's just like you're setting everything up for the end part of the song. So I just thought that was just fantastic and just a great, interesting bass line. And it was nice of y'all to give him the opportunity to actually play something. Because a lot of times, like when I play bass in the band, I just cheat off of whatever the guitarist is doing. I'm not like a good bass player. I just like copy. But what you were doing is like really cool and creative. So that's awesome.
Oh, thanks. We're trying. There's a lot of bands that playing the bass like it just follows the riffs of the guitars. We try to do as much. The guitars are always in front in our band, and they are doing so much stuff. And it's kind of hard just not to let the guitars take place. If I go bananas on the bass, I think it's gonna sound very weird. So in this band, I think I'm just I don't really know what to call it, but
it's more of a foundation or like the glue of the band.
Yeah, sticking it together. But I usually put some stuff in that I think match the guitars, and it's a kind of I do a lot of movement on when we're on stage. I never stand still.
You're a dancer? Are you a dancer? That's what you're saying?
I'm a dancer, and the bass playing is suited for live because I don't need to be so focused on exactly what to do.
And one thing about the whole live aspect of everything we released so far, we recorded live in the studio as a band. So we only add some of the solo parts and the vocals, and the rest of it's recorded as a 4-piece band. So that's also one of the foundation parts of Eyes of the Oak is like we want to perform everything we do as a live band, and that not playing from copy paste or click too much click tracks and everything. So everything is recorded.
So y'all guys are able to keep your groove because you're playing together live.
Yeah.
And so that probably.
It's really important to have that feeling that it's gonna sound like you're
playing live.
Yeah.
You can, and that transitions across too. And the other cool thing is y'all guys can look at each other, and if you're in the same room. Sometimes when you do that, they put you in square boxes.
We're in the same room when we're
nice.
recording, and as you say, the eye contact when different parts and different things in the studio, it's really important. And I mean, it's important live as well. That's one of the key things for what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, it transitions really well. I thought it is really good.
Thanks a lot.
So how would you guys describe your sound?
Oh,
Ooh, that's hard.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked.
it was someone who wrote. We played a place called Gamla Enskede Bar in Stockholm. I think they wrote psychedelic stoner doom, and we said, okay, someone wrote that about us. Let's use that. And for me, I make all our concert posters and all our graphics and all our album covers and stuff like that. So I've used like that phrase, psychedelic doom stoner, on the top and where it fits. I don't know if that exactly just answers your question, but that about frames it up. Martin, do you have anything to add about our
yes.
sound?
Do you have influences that inspired your sound?
Yeah, that's really good to be middle-aged, that everyone has been playing in bands and have listened to music their entire life. Music has been really important for everyone in the band. So it doesn't matter. We're pretty different in our music styles, I think, in the band. But when we're putting it together, it feels like everyone knows exactly what we want ourselves to sound like. It's some chemistry in the band that we can stick to each other's different inputs and make something out of it that suits us. And I think I heard many people say that from the first riff in our song, they can tell that this is the Eyes of the Oak. We have some kind of unique sound, but I don't really know if it, Holger, if it was meant to be like that. But
it's definitely based on our musical history, heritage. And I remember when we went to the studio for the first time, we recorded everything at Studio Underjord with Jona Hassinen, who's recorded tons of bands. And I remember we put together like a playlist for him to like, what do we enjoy sound-wise? From what I remember was some early Entombed and All Them Witches. It was Russian Circles. It was like a kind of solid mass of music, but still some outskirts in the different sub-genres. So it's a bit of a melting pot, I would say. But that's the early Entombed stuff, and to me, All Them Witches is one of those bands that has a really nice vibe of a band playing together. They really sound like they're playing in the same room. They really have that you can hear the space they're in. So that's, to me, a really good sound. I wouldn't say we sound like All the Witches, but there's something in the approach they have when it comes to mixing and recording that at least inspires me.
So what is songwriting like for you guys as a group? Because you've talked about like two different ways you've done it, where you wrote the like heavy bass line and like left room for them, or he wrote a song and was like you guys just came in. Like is it different every time?
I wouldn't say it's different every time, but it's like there are a few different ways that we do it. I mean, one is one of the band members compose a song from like beginning to end with a very like fixed structure or very clear idea of how the song structure should be, but then brings it to the rehearsal space. Everyone learns their parts, but in that process, something always happens. Something always elevates and makes it into something a bit new. I mean, the first, even though the first sketches and the home recordings are really focused and clear, something always happens when you put it in a band context, and we have always been really.
You work good as a unit.
Yeah, I mean the whole unit really adds something to it, and that's really one of the main things of playing in a band. That something happens when 4 or 5 people crawl into the same space and do something together and listens to each other. When you start learning your parts and start be able to listen to everything that happens around you, that's like some kind of magic. And we also make music where we someone picks up the guitar right when everyone arrives at the rehearsal space and starts playing something, and you can see people's heads turning. Oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? And you have like a starting point for something that that I have one riff makes at least my bandmates and myself interested and something that we think is something to build on, and that's usually a starting point for writing the rest of the song. And sometimes it's really like you come up with one riff and all the rest of the song just writes itself if you're on that like adrenaline thing from coming up with something that you actually like yourself, that you came out of your fingers. I don't know where it comes from, but sometimes it's just riding that wave that makes the whole song, and sometimes it's just the opposite. You have a riff like 3-4 years old, and you try to squeeze it in, and one day it just fits.
Brent is nodding his head.
Yeah, I go into practice and I'll take a song that the guys haven't heard and I'll just start playing different parts of it, like 3 or 4 practices. And they'll be like, and finally they'll get tired of me playing it and they'll be like, okay, what is going on with this? And so, but it helps you figure out, do I have something that's good? Because if they like if they start grooving to it pretty fast, okay, this is something I can move on. Have there been any songs either between y'all two or with the vocalist that you wrote and you were just kind of to yourself, man, I think that song sucks, but then you play it live and everyone just goes fucking nuts over it? Has that ever happened where you're just like, I don't understand why this song hits. I don't understand why these people like this song, but they do. Have y'all had a song like that? And if so, what is it?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I think some of the songs that we work on takes a bit of a while to get used to, and it's not until everybody's learned their parts and everything is starting to get like sound like a band. It's not until then you can start to hear, this is what this song is about, and especially some of the more complex songs. There's a song on our second album called "The Burning of Rome." That's really, it's a fairly short song. A lot of things happening, and I remember when we were recording it, everybody was sweating because, as we said earlier, we record everything live, and it's like everything in that song has to be on spot and has to, and it turned out great. But I remember like doing like, whew, when we finally got the take.
Yeah, it was horrible.
That's funny. So basically, by the time y'all take songs to the show, you already think, all of y'all think it's a good song, and of course everyone's gonna like it.
We don't know if everybody's gonna like it, but as a starting point, we as a band have to like it or think it's fit for our live.
I think every time we're started with a new song and work on it, since everyone is very dedicated to get the sound straight, and we're playing it both in the rehearsal studio and the recording studio. The songs are meant to play live.
Yeah.
And have that feeling that you're gonna do it live. So it's gonna turn out well when you're performing on a stage, or it's important that the song have that live feeling, that it's gonna sound good live. It's not a thing that we have discussed in the band, but I think everyone work as it's gonna be performed live. It's something that just turns out.
There are some songs, like for example the Mescaline Moon song, or Hitchhiking from the Mescaline Moon. It's almost 12 minutes long, and I was wondering, is this song?
Yeah, I was wondering, how is it going to transfer live?
And we played it twice live now, and it's like, to me, I'm really enjoying playing that song live. It's really fun, and I can see the audience and the people are really connecting with it as well. And it's more, I don't know, it's a bit slower, not as intense as some of our other songs. It can be a very good part of a live set to cool things down and get everybody to trip away to the Mescaline Moon for 12 minutes, and then come back to something that is more like a punch in the face.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I can see that. That would be like, do y'all play that like in the middle of your set, or towards the end before you really want to ramp them up and like have them break into a bank or anything like that, you know?
Yeah, I think on Saturday, I think it's not the last song, the song before the last song. We're playing it.
Oh, yeah, really? You do it that far in the set? Nice. Wow. So what are you following with behind that one?
Oh, that's Curse of the Mummy.
Oh, I love that song.
Oh, thanks.
I love that song. That's like my favorite song.
Oh, cool.
I was excited when I saw it. I was like, oh, it's a horror genre. Let's go listen to that. So I really enjoyed that one. But I know we're not talking about that one because, you know.
It's okay to talk about that one too.
It's a great song. It's a really good song. I really like that one a lot. It was hands down, it was my favorite when I was listening to it.
Really?
Cool.
It was. I was like, I could not click on it. I was like, it was calling my name. It was like, Uncle Brent, click on me. You must listen to me. You love the Mummy. Come on.
I think Martin is responsible for the lyrics there. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
That's just a great song. It's awesome.
To that second song, and I feel like I'm going to butcher the title. Hitchhiking from the Mescaline Moon.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
I
That's
thought it was,
about it.
yeah, I did good. This is a longer track.
Just
It-
a little bit.
Yeah, leaning more towards like that psychedelic feel you were talking about.
Just
Tell
a
us-
little bit.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that track.
Yeah, it's I would say that it's my first attempt to make a song, and in this band constellation with a lot of help from my buddies, because it was really from the beginning, and it was just 3 bass lines in the song. That's all the song is based on. I left a lot of space for everyone to do exactly what they want to do. I think the song turned out very well. I really liked the track. It went out much better than I expected to do, because everyone is so skilled with what they're doing, and I just flicked in and can you do something like this and something like that, and in this part I want the guitars to sound like this and the drums like this, and the construction of the song was made in a couple of days in the rehearsal studio, and it turned out very well. I really enjoyed the track.
I remember you coming with that opening riff, bass line, and we just jamming over parts, playing around, and it was very clear you had some vision of what this would be, like a longer track. I think you pretty early on had the title and ideas for the lyrics, and that like sets a mood to the whole song, and trying to, from every musician, try to capture the vibe of the title and the lyrics. So it was really fun process, I would say, for me as a guitarist, letting the bass line take more of the parts that my riffs usually take in a song, and being able to be more spaced out and play a bit more melodies or whatever, like solo parts or whatever, like being a more open feeling to the whole song.
Go ahead, Brent.
That was an interesting song. I like that one too. It's funny. That was the last song I listened to, and I was listening to it at work, and I was like working, and then I'd go look and it'd still be playing, and then I'd go back and work some more and it'd still be playing. I'd be like, good Lord, how long is this song? I was like,
only 11 minutes.
It's 11 it's almost 12 minutes, right? Yeah, it's like 11:47 or something. It's like a long song. But y'all are talking about influences earlier, and I was like, these vocals have like a Tool kind of
Yeah, I heard that too.
feel to it. And then I was like, and then the clean guitar parts, I was like, that sounds a little bit like Eddie Van Halen's tone and stuff like that. So y'all have a bunch of leanings to different things depending on what is going on. My main question is how did you come up with the title? Where did that come from?
I mean, to you, Martin.
Who was doing what that day?
Yeah, that's a good question. No, but it's a trip on the memory lane from my early year as a musician. It went back a lot of years in history, and it's you're like on a hangover. I don't really know how to express myself but it's the mood that when you had a party enough for a long time, and the day after the good couple of weeks on a festival or
Yeah.
So it's the return from the bliss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. No, I thought it might be that, but I didn't want to just
Yeah.
say I thought what that was, but yeah. No, it's just a unique title. Just so unique.
Every instrument and the vocals, everything matching really good together. Very freely played from everyone. Everyone doing pretty much what they want in the song, and they can express themselves with their instruments, and it turned out very well. I think I'm really
It's good.
Yeah, I like it. It's
Sounds like y'all got in the sandbox and played really nice with each other
Yeah.
to allow everyone the freedom to do what they needed to do, because that's important sometimes. But I have one question, and I think y'all guys are crazy. Is this true? Did y'all do a cover of Hell's Bells?
Yes, I have it.
Yes, we did.
Y'all
Yes.
are fucking insane.
Yeah.
That's like an
That's-
iconic song. I would never like.
And it's
I was
good.
like-
It's a good cover. It is.
I was like, how the fuck is
But
this
that's
going to
scary.
turn out?
oh, it's
I was-
scary.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm worried
Big
about
balls.
this. I was like, these guys are fucking nuts.
Yeah, I mean, we've been playing around with the idea of playing a cover for a long time.
I mean, what one to pick?
Yeah,
I
we
know.
had a
Why don't you
long
just-
list.
I mean, goodness gracious, that's like not even picking low fruit. That's like, let me pick one of the most iconic songs ever written and play it. And I was just like, oh my God. I was like worried for y'all before I started listening to it. I was like, certainly
Yeah.
this can't be AC/DC Hell for Bells.
Oh yeah.
And then I heard
Ding.
the funniest part was when the bells came on, I was like, it's a little dissonant.
Yep.
It was a little bit off axis, and I was like, that's kind of smart. It's kind of
That's
smart. I mean, and it was a little bit lower tempoed. It felt like it was a little bit slowed down, but it was dark. It was like even darker than the original. And I was like, okay, I can get into this. And then I was worried about, well, what is the vocalist going to do? He's the exact opposite of the guy that sings up, Brian Johnson. It's going to be a disaster. And then he started singing it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is freaking awesome. And then the chorus, the crunch on the chorus, just the I was like, oh yes. I mean, you didn't even need to play a solo once you hit that chorus because it was just so crunchy. I was like, yes, great job. Whose fucking idea was it to like, I'm just going to jump off this cliff. We're just going to do this iconic song. Who was the crazy motherfucker?
I'm the crazy motherfucker right there.
Oh my
my
gosh.
God.
You have balls of steel. Y'all guys are crazy. I was like, I would never ever do this.
we actually when we started playing around with playing that song and recording it, it was like, okay, we will use this as a vinyl only thing. Just maybe, I don't know if we can pull this one off, and I still don't know if we did, but
Oh,
we,
you did.
We said it's like a B-side or like a off, just only on the vinyl. But when we rolled back from the studio recording and sitting in the car listening to this one turned out pretty good. We should actually put this out, and it took about a month for everybody to like settle to get to that point that
That's
we'll do
terrifying.
it. And I like the guitar solo. I mean, Angus Young is like a god. And
He is.
I played that guitar solo live in the studio as well. So it was, it's not close to Angus Young solo, but it was, again, that idiot who, I'm the idiot who played this.
It was the solo. The
live in
solo was
studio.
good. That because you added because of the effects you had on it. It sounded like his solo. Of course, you're different players, so the way you fret a note is going to be different than how he frets it. And he's really fast as fuck. I mean, he's really fast guitarist. Not that you're slow or anything. It's just he's fast and he has a specific tone, and you do too. Your tone is totally different. And then, but the effects you used on it, like, made it your own. I mean, it was close enough so that it did sound like it. You know, but your effects like made it fit what y'all did on the other parts of the song. That's a good song. Y'all guys got to get that on the radio, man.
Yeah, I don't think Angus Young uses a Univibe.
No, he does not.
So, but as you say, sometimes you have to do some crazy stuff, and this is one of them. One of those times.
Because the balls. I just would never.
I thought y'all were crazy until I heard it. Till I heard it, I was like, there's no way they're doing AC/DC's version. But sure enough, it. What's the next song that y'all guys are going to do that you're just like, I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to do it? What would be another song like Hell's Bells? Yeah, cover that you would do.
I really, really, really want to do Goldfinger, the Bond theme. It would be really cool with our band.
That would be interesting, and you could get away with that. Put it right before the Hitchhiker.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
have it or come out of the Hitchhiker into it, maybe, because then you could build up into your last song. Because I imagine with y'all that song is going to be like really aggressive and have that
aggressive
cool,
and bombastic and huge.
and it'll have a good bass part too.
Yeah.
You might have to
Yeah.
eat your Wheaties and have a few good meals. Maybe stop smoking pot for a few weeks and stop drinking beer to be able to pull that off.
That's not gonna happen.
What advice would you give a new band, a new young band? What would you tell them?
A boring advice, use earplugs.
No, useful advice. Useful advice.
Yeah, I mean, useful, boring advice is use earplugs. I have like ringing in my ear since 1995 or something like that.
Yeah, I used to DJ. No one told me that either. So one ear's got great hearing, and the other ear is. I'm like, what?
Oh, but I would say that have a plan and stick to it. Don't care if other people wants to hear your stuff.
Yeah.
Just play what you want to play. Just do your stuff. Stick to the plan. I would say it's so much musicians and so much. It's something for everyone.
Yeah, I think especially young musicians doing like not taking it as like a work thing, but just doing a bit of a planning ahead, thinking what do we want out of this, and doing a few of those things can really help you achieve something. But adding to that, I mean, be adventurous and experimental. There's still tons of music not written, and there's going to be tons of great music in the future. So just be adventurous and be have those balls to do something people don't expect you to do, or something that hasn't been done before, or maybe has been done before, but combining stuff together. Just be adventurous.
All right. Well, where can our listeners find you?
Bandcamp, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. We have some presence on all of those platforms.
Thanks for sharing your stuff with us. I really enjoyed it. I get excited when I hear stuff I'm not expecting. Even after the first part of the song, y'all kept serving me stuff that I wasn't expecting. So I appreciate being a songwriter. I appreciate that stuff. And y'all just have a good sound. What y'all do is good. Y'all sound tight. You have a good sound. So when y'all do release stuff or you have stuff going on, don't be afraid to reach out to us, and let us know what you're doing, and we can try to help kick your name out, to the two or three people that listen to our podcast.
That's what it feels like right now.
Thank you so much for having us, and
thank you for being here.
For this, it was our pleasure.
Awesome.
Yeah, our pleasure. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, guys. We appreciate your time. If you're getting anything out of this, if it gives you the feels, the good feels, if you could like, follow, subscribe, share, send in snail mail. Let everyone know that you like this and talk about why you like it. Let us know when we post, hey, this was my favorite episode by y'all guys. Hey, I like the one where Renell's trashed. Whichever one you like.
It happened once, and I'm never going to live it.
It happened once.
Jesus Christ.
Once. It only happened once.
Yeah, because it only happened.
It happened more than once.
No, it did not.
It happened more than once.
No, it did not. Anyway, everybody.
You're lying to everybody.
Motherfucker. Thank you so much for listening. I'm not a liar. Get out there and remember to make some noise. talking.